And I figured out how to hide my OBS window, so I don't feel so embarrassed now. But welcome to anyone who's just stepped in my prolonged bathroom break. We are deving some games right here, and by that I mean we're gonna sprite a raccoon getting beat up. Hope you can join me in this endeavor. Oh yeah, we got some new people already. It's crazy. Hello, Plubonics. Sounds a little bit racist, but I'm gonna let that slide. You are a fellow Maxer now. You are part of the cult. All right, so let's get started again. I had a reference around here somewhere. Not that. Not the big butt raccoon. Although I can give him a big butt here too, I won't. Let's do this one, it's a bit easier. And actually, this is more dynamic. We can have fun with this. So I'm gonna do a very ghetto makeshift way of converting the sprite. If you're familiar with my process, you've seen it before, where I'm going to gonna shrink this mother down, and we're going to dig it out from there, just so it's more authentic, you know, has a handcrafted spirit to it. And believe it or not, this is actually a standard practice from back in the day for those Virgin and Capcom Disney games for the Super Nintendo. They would like animate it proper on paper and then convert it into pixels. Oh, son of a mother. I have to do more. Earthworm Jim also did it, I believe. I think Toe Jim and Earl, like pretty much every like westernized Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis game you've played kind of did this. We're not going to be as good looking as those, but we can at least try, right? Anyway, we are getting on this. We are on fire tonight. Oh, you son of a mother! You can do it. You can do it, man. Look at those pixels boil. We're almost there. Why did I draw this so fucking big? Why did I draw this big ass resolution? Like I was trying to impress someone. All right, because I have no chill. And I have terrible coordination. Yeah, this seems about the right size. I can barely make out the pixels though, so let me try to make it slightly bigger. Okay, trust me, I can figure this out. It became extremely crusty, but we're gonna make it work. Oh, it's index too. Yeah, we're set. My job is tracing on the team, as you can tell, because I have no fucking talent. Yeah, I mean, with how small the crew is, you gotta make some shortcuts. Real shit. And now you know why it takes 10 years to get anything done. Wait, the enemies have animations when getting hurt? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call them animations, but more like keyframes. Yeah, it's not that deep, trust me. Who's gonna animate them all? Not me, I'm not an animator. Looks around. That did not scale down well. It's okay. I've done crustier sprites. As long as like the rough, you know, silhouette is there, I have peace with it. But yeah, it's something to give the battle's a little bit of a flare. I mean, some enemies have keyframes, some don't. It's very hard to explain. It as I said before, it depends on the type of enemy. Like, this raccoon isn't going to move the same as like a stick at, for example, and it'll make sense later once you see, like, I guess the demo play out. Like, certain enemies have different means of activity to them, and before you, I guess, claim over polish, it is important for the gameplay, you know, to have these additional sprites. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing them and we'd be stuck in the past. How many tufts of hair does he have? 3? Okay, gotcha. Man, I'm sick of this goddamn Earthbound music. Someone needs to change the radio. No, I guess that could be me. I'm not going to, though. I wish Radio PSI was still a thing. Does anyone remember that? Is anyone above the age of 20 here that remembers Radio PSI? Probably not. Well, Radio PSI was a, you know, short-lived program on Starman.net where, you know, they'd like share video game music and news. It was really cool. Try classical music. I think I might have some. I might have some sitting around. I have a list of like Baroque stations that I ripped from PC Building Simulator because, you know, why the fuck not? They have some good music. At least good choice in stations, which I guess is all from 1.fm. I can see if I can find some Baroque in here. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna put that on so we never have to worry about music again, and hopefully it doesn't throttle my internet. We'll do that. Yeah, fuck this video game music. There we go. Watch our IQ blast from this. Like, we're all gonna be Jimmy Neutron at the end of this stream. Keyframes on damaging enemies sounds like a ton of work. My good, it's not that deep. Trust me. I know what everyone. I know what like everyone in the chat might be thinking. It's not that deep. Yeah. And I've done the math too on like what needs to be done with each and every enemy, and that's why I say each enemy essentially moves differently. So it's not going to be quite the same case for every encounter. There's many in-engine tricks that are already implemented to suffice this, and it's not like an indie. It's not a unique situation with like indie devs struggling or anything like that. It's something that works with the functionality of a battle, so it can't be done without either. But no, like I am the like loudmouth in the server essentially when shit goes wrong. So if I said, okay, this is a stupid idea, we're not adding additional keyframes for the hell of it, that's a good sign. Like I would point out if it wasn't a good idea. Like you would see me bitching about it like literally the entire 8 hours of the stream instead of actually doing it. Like it'll just be like an hour. It'll be an 8-hour protest. It would have been that. It would have been a splash screen, flashing red, with an epileptic seizure warning, of course, and saying I refuse to animate more more for this game. Good, this is a dumb idea. One must imagine Sticket's head wiggling around. It does something. It does a thing. I'll just say again, it's not going to move in the same fashion as like the raccoon, so that's giving you a hint of like how unique each situation might be. And on top of that, I thought about it like the minute I have more time to work on this game on a day-to-day basis, it's not going to matter, you know, how intense the animations or keyframes are, because I'm already animating a lot for the overworld sprites, right? And even then we've toned it down as well. Like only select few important characters have, you know, 6-frame walk cycles, while the NPCs for the most part have, you know, a standard set of 3. Like we're thinking about this, and like I kind of exchanged going ham on the enemy sprites that are going to matter for the gameplay, instead of worrying about how smooth a walk cycle or run cycle might be for an NPC. It just makes more sense. McMaxxis yells at the Oddity team for 8 hours straight. Yeah, I already do that for free. So if you want to pay me for that, holla at your man. Kofi.com/McMaxxis, which I rightfully didn't shill in the chat, not yet at least, not until I have a proper following, or until I get this sub thing off the ground, whatever that means. The reason why I'm doing this now is partially to like see if the Twitch affiliate thing works, because people have been telling me to do that, and I deserve some pocket change. Not sure how it exactly works, but money's cool, I guess. I'm not opposed to that. Has the Stickette sprite been reworked? It has, but it doesn't. I can't show it. I can, but it's not going to make sense. You're going to be like, well, this looks Max. This looks unfinished. Like the first thing you're going to say is like, why is this sprite unfinished? Because it only works in engine, and I don't have the engine on me because I'm not an engine person. Yeah, it's a very in-engine enemy, but it's the same old Stickette you know and love. It just went through a little bit of a change. And changes are good sometimes, but not all the time. So it's probably horrible. But it's kind of a dude trust me situation there. And that's probably you know, a safe general answer for a lot of the demons. But hey, maybe I'll share some enemy concepts in a few of like what demons are looking like, and that'll really jog, you know, some discussion of, oh, okay, that's why these are so weird, because it's really you won't believe it until you see it situation. Man, this sounds so sophisticated. Shout out to the DJ who told me to switch it to Baroque. It's pretty fun. Look at this raccoon. It thinks it's people. Yeah, it's just hard to explain. So it is better off showing off. Sure, I keep running my mouth about it, but Yeah, there's a lot of just like weird, out of context quirks about enemies. Like, oh, why isn't there any shading on these? Or what's with this additional keyframe? What did you mean by this? It's all gonna make sense in due time. Battle system's gonna be fun though, I think. It looks fun. It looks difficult to master but fun, but easy to grasp. And of course, I think it's all completely optional at the end of the day if you don't want to wail on your enemy with a combo. So that's also a plus. Whew. Well, let me ask you, what's your favorite enemy so far? At least to your knowledge of what you've seen in the public. And if it's Stick Cat, that's the correct answer. Because like I have no idea what people think are in or not at this point. So it'll be nice to get some perspective there for like fan favorites, and I'll definitely consider it. The drawing of the demon with the giant one-eyed hand for a face. Oh yeah, we have not done that in Engine yet, but that's going to be fun going through it. I've hired an artist specifically to handle that kind of stuff because I'm not that talented. And yeah, I think for his sake, it's cool to show off his stuff in a minute, which I'll definitely do. But there's a reason why I keep citing that as like a surprise, because it's like holy shit, like no wonder. Am I uncreative if I say modern mind? Yo, you are a basic babby. Nothing wrong with that though. Modern Mind has some love. That's going to be a fun enemy to see in motion, especially with its background. I'm looking forward to getting dirty with that sprite. No homo. Anti-aliasing, the most boring practice in pixel art ever. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. Help me. Help me. Other than Modern Mind, other than the Stick Cat, obviously I like the mushroom enemies in the first Rebrand trailer. I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about with the mushroom enemies. I think I made some mushrooms a while ago. Or I had to redesign them, I'm not sure actually. They're easy to sprite for too. They're like on the overworld. They're like proportional to real mushrooms, so they're like just tiny little pixels. Couldn't be easier. Yeah, and a lot of small insect nature enemies are like life size, so they're like pixels on screen. Fortunately, that's a little hack we did, so we can like tailor to higher scope enemies with more time. So like again, we're thinking really practical about this now and like choosing our battles wisely, and that's been a great thing to have instead of going, oh man, everything needs 1,000,000 frames, because that's not how. That doesn't necessarily mean it's better animation either. The green jackrabbit with 3 eyes is pretty cool. Oh, that was awful. I hated that. I hope that never makes it back in. It's a terrible sprite. It's not even like Oddity style. No offense. No, I remember making it and like it was a terrible prompt to put together for the trailer. I was like, this is a disgusting enemy. Are you sure you want to do this? It's probably, I don't know. It's probably getting a redesign. It definitely wasn't on the enemy list for the demo. It's been very naturey things so far, like very entry level enemies, as you can probably tell with the football player and the raccoon and the bear. Other things I won't name, but it's good shit. This raccoon was modeled by a few Hanna-Barbera cartoons, so that's the energy we're kind of giving to the nature area, like total Yogi Bear vibes, and I think it's been working out. Have any of the human enemies been canned? I'm sure a few made it in, a few were scrapped. Like the hippie's still in, the football player is still in. Those are always planned. So it's a mixed bag. Can't really say neither or. Yeah, I'm not saying Melty Bot's not in. We haven't got to him yet, or we haven't got to it yet. If that's the case of what it looks like for the newer engine. I will say, like, being more considerate of the posture we pick for the enemies has also been tough because there's potentially additional keyframes to worry about alongside it. Yeah, I mean, you also have to keep in mind it's appreciated, but like I said, it really goes into the fact of like what's a good fit for not only the new style and aesthetically, but also for the gameplay as well, and the potentially new scenarios in game, because like there could very well be enemies in the trailer for stories that don't exist anymore. So I'm guessing in the director's mind, he'll have to go through if it even makes sense to like keep them in. But like I would say, a fair chunk is still still going to be familiarized in some way or another in the newer look. Old is good, new is bad. Am I right? We have zombie enemies? I didn't even know that. Yeah, you see, another artist took care of that, and they're no longer on the team, so I'll have to look at that soon to see what that's about. But I shouldn't be surprised if we had zombies at some point. Music for high IQ oddity fans. You're telling me. I feel like a goddamn game theory watcher with this shit. I feel like I'm gonna post on Reddit about it. Kidding me, man. But thank you for making me sit my ass down and actually work on these sprites. That's also nice of you. I thank the classical Baroque music, and I thank you guys with your classical Baroque etiquette. All of you are wearing powder wigs right now. I know it. You have to have a pretty high IQ to tolerate oddities development. So maybe that's what I'm waiting for as a payoff. I'll become a goddamn genius. Or I'll go back to college or something. I don't know. I know game dev is not a career for me. It's just, I'm a designer by trade, and I just want to commit to something. Oh shit. That paint bucket tool. I'm more of a writer than a game dev, but I do make games. Man, I need more writers in my life for sure. I'm doing everything wrong. I have so many character designs I can't tell the stories of because I just suck at it. I want to do some comics or some character trials with them, and I'm sure I will at some point. But right now, yeah, I'm a bit empty on the screenplay and writing department. But I have writers that I'm working with for my YouTube channel, youtube.com/McMaxxis animation, that will definitely shake some shit up, I think. So maybe I'll catch some pointers there and I'll be able to throw a story together myself. Who knows? I've only done a few short films so far, but nothing like interesting for the YouTube Twitter demographic, which is what youtube.com/McMaxxis animation is going to do. But yes, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/McMaxxis animation, and we'll talk more about it in 2024. I was thinking about migrating to YouTube too at some point. It might be more for the channel related stuff, but we'll see. Whichever is like has more of an established audience. I might be overthinking it. Twitch is alright. Twitch is good with me. If I'm already subscribed, how do I subscribe again? God, you gotta make dupe accounts, man. Make a whole legion. Make more gods of tacos. Make like a god of burritos. Make a god of quesadillas. Make a god of enchiladas. Oh my god, I want some enchiladas right now, bro. I would fuck up some enchiladas. No, I want a breakfast burrito. Have you ever had a breakfast burrito from a real Mexican place? It's God, it's like crack cocaine. I don't want to talk about it. And you never finish that shit either. It's so huge. It has all the fixings on it. I'm an artist only, but I want to make games. Ugh. Find a crew. Find a programmer. Find a writer. Stay loyal to them and work yourself to the bone for 10 years. That's how you do it. No, trust me. Real talk. Skeletonicus. You if you were to start a game right now, it would probably go much better than this. So use this as inspo. You are a better dev at Oddity than an Oddity dev. Yeah, but seriously, make sure you guys are networking and just pitch your project. I mean, it was good practice too. Just pitch your project to your friends that are capable of programming or, making music, and just, that might be enough to get them involved on working for little to no cost. And then you can eventually make money when you put that on YouTube, or you put it on Steam, whether it's a game or a cartoon or a music video or something. Work together. You guys have internet friends, use them. Well, don't use them, but I mean take advantage of the fact that you guys are capable of creating things, beautiful things. If I had that mindset sooner, man, this game would have been done 9 times over. But unfortunately, my perspective on game dev is very skewed because of this. And I've crossed paths with many game devs and, embrace people I would call friends that also do their own games. And they're benefiting gratefully from it. I just want to see that too. Yeah, there needs to be more of a hub to start these fan games up again, a more fan game. I mean, I'm seeing cool fan work now, but I don't know if there's an equivalent to Starman.net or how you guys are even finding each other. It might be on Discord now. Obviously, Discord didn't exist when I was a kid, so you know we had to like navigate several sites. We had to go to like Spriter's resource, and maybe you can get their MSN information. And like contacting a person wasn't as easy as it is on Discord, where you can just like slide into their DMs. You had to like get approved as their friend and all this other shit under the sun. Oh. Oh yeah, Mother Forever has a forum, I think. I'm surprised people still use forums. I gotta pay them a visit. They're a good community, I'm sure. They reached out a few times, I think, when the site was like brand new. And they definitely have my support for what they do. It's awesome stuff. Oh, the forum. Oh, well, there you go. They probably have a Discord server, though, I'm sure. And again, I gotta pay them a visit and say, hey, you guys are doing good stuff. And give them props. I want to send a breakfast burrito and big comical bags of money with green dollar signs to McMaxxis for Christmas. Oh my god. You know what? Kill the bags of money. Just give me bags of burritos, breakfast burritos, with the white spicy sauce on top. Pause. Man, you guys know me far too well at this point. This is just my stream of consciousness, and you're all a part of it. You're all just enjoying the insanity. What's all the profanity, man? I'm hosting this is a stream for little kids. The fuck? Come on, Popeye's cursing them on my stream, man. This is a fucking stream for kids, man. Fuck out of here. Okay, you're getting into coding. That's also important. I honestly, I can't tell you how it's looking in the scope of AI. But I guess, what can you guarantee at this point? I'm learning code for motion design because it's really useful for After Effects. And if you guys are really serious about this games dev stuff as a career, look in graphic design and motion design and GIS. That stuff isn't going anywhere for a minute. AI can't replicate that shit. Just make sure you're safe and don't bet everything, including your livelihood and assets on like, oh, I'll make funny video game go bird. They don't make a lot of money. They make money, but not as much as you guys think. Especially if you're not, running the game. Just want to brace yourselves for that. Like, if I'm paid for this, it won't be a lot. Trust me. Like, if you're really fed up and like you want to make $1,000 gajillion dollars, make sure you have a good marketable idea for the kids. You have a Tumblr sexy man in it. You get some famous racist Twitch streamer, that's not me, to play it, and put some jump scares in it, and yeah, instant bucks. Then you can be like the Minecraft creator and sit on a candy mansion and brush off your Cheeto dusted fingers to type that it's okay to be white. That's the life you should live, and that's the life you're capable of. You just gotta fight for it. Oh yeah. Well, are we like halfway in at this point? Well, 3, 4. We're only 3 hours in. Holy shit. I picked the wrong day to do this. Probably got to get to some Earthbound soon. After this Sprite, more than likely. I know you guys are sick of looking at some fucking raccoon ass. Well, just to give you a tease. Okay, these look like testicles. It's a tanuki now. There you go. There you go. Yeah, sorry, we're only doing the this is only going in the Oddity censored version. I love crackers so much. The edible kind. I have no real talent, but I will hire a team to do all the work. Give them ideas. And you'd be great for Oddity. You're hired. I'm the programmer, even though I can't program. Just tell me what to do. But you can put the idea in my head that I can program, because you're the idea guy. You inject ideas into people. Because I guess people with talent can't come up with ideas. I don't know. I draw robots for a living now. Holy shit. You sound like a scientist. I'm sure it makes lots of money. Robotics are definitely in. I mean, automation is coming sooner than you think. You know, every McDonald's on your corner will be swarmed by robots. McMaxxis, I command you to make 4 games. Oh, well, I mean, you're the idea guy. You say so. Yeah, I mean, I have at least one game idea in my head. Who knows if that'll even be a thing? Maybe when I have the funds for it, if I start a campaign, like a crowdfunding kind of thing. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in 2024. We'll see what happens. It may or may not involve my weird aliens. I gotta see if there's a market for it first, though. There are so many trials and tribulations to test the waters of like things that aren't Oddity in 2024 that I'm excited about. And yeah, I have a whole studio essentially ready. And by studio I mean a group of very loyal friends that'll help see it through. Yesterday at DevFest, I saw a code engine of Flutter and Firebase where they show off their technology coding. Wow. That sounds cool. You sound, I never heard of that sort of convention. Sounds European, though. So it might ring a bell. As the commanding idea guy, demand you to get the social media guy to post something at gunpoint. Who is the social media guy? You mean Elon? Like draw Elon Musk? Like, he probably never handled a gun in his life. We need the Twitter account back. It should be coming back soon. It has content. I am with you. Where the hell are our brains going? You know, for us to not use social media. They wanted to do something for this month, like out of the fucking blue. I'm not sure if they're actually committing to it or if they're gonna like pass it off to another person to wrap up. But there might be something. I literally don't even take that as like gospel or a promise, but that's what I've heard. There's been delay after delay of like reasons why we can't just put like a silly gif about memes on Twitter right about now. But yeah, there is plenty to be had. There's plenty to say that's not being said in this stream. But yeah, once that takes off, I'll be more than delighted to produce the updates in real time with you guys. And again, you can kind of see it as like Patreon bonus kind of content of like how things work behind the scenes while you guys keep me sane working on this damn game, whether it be Twitter updates or game updates. Just popping in to say hi. Can't watch your streams live, but love watching your VODs. Really appreciate all the stuff you do. Well, thank you, Bacon Invader 64. You're really old. But you know, sorry you can't make it all the way through. But again, you can watch the VODs, you know, to catch up on the fun. And yeah, I just hope you have a good Sunday. Finish his tail. We're just about done this raccoon. I'm a little proud of it. I'm a little proud of it. Not all the way. I'm not too crazy right here. Let me just get rid of all this negative space with the white. Where is his arm going? Okay, I see it now. Yeah, you're right. Whoever said this like sprite was too crusty for its own good, I'm not denying it. I'm making it work though because I'm insane. Man. This demo is going to be so mid. I can feel it. All this hard work for nothing. I'm at the mercy of the programmer's understanding of the director's interpretation of how games should work. And I'm sitting here making pretty sprites for nothing. It's gonna be peak. Alright. I believe you. Oh my god, there's gonna be like reviews of the demo. I realize because it's gonna be so anticipated. We are at that point, huh? That shit is wild. Put me in the splash zone. I don't want to be there. What do you guys think? Is this a lost cause? Be real with me. Am I just like wasting my time? Am I gonna do this until my middle age? Biggest fear is that the judgment will be tainted by the length of the development cycle. That's also, you know, why the social media would be important to clear the stigma that like this is the same game for 15 years in a development loop, which isn't the case. Like what we recognize today as the game only started not even like pretty much when the pandemic hit, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like this, with all things considered, this is what like semi-competent work looks like, you know, post-COVID. But like, of course, not everyone knows that information. People might see that, oh, this is the same exact game on that stupid Winter 2014 site. And I'm like, oh, nothing I can really do, but you know, just speak my piece. I can't really clear the water. No one really can. But you know, we can easily inform new fans about what's going on. But I digress. I mean, when a demo code comes out, everyone's gonna be happy. I think. You should push whoever is beyond the official. I've been saying that for like literally 2 years. I think I said, oh, we were supposed to return to social media like 2 years ago, at some point, and there's a lot of delay tactics for that. Um, yeah, I don't know. The person in charge of the social media is pretty artsy, so he has like some campaign in his head of how things should go, and like he doesn't think we'll be able to deliver on that. And just for context, the same updates we had on like Tumblr years ago when that website was still useful, won't be the same as the Twitter updates. They'll be very small, very low effort. It will take no more than a weekend to put together. And they don't have to be frequent. They don't have to be timed or, following some sort of lore or, ARG. It should just be like any other game, and like that posts their progress on Screenshot Saturday. There's a weird fear about that. Like he's definitely weary of like showing work in progress shots, as if people don't know like this game has been going through hell and back. It would be nice to see like competency rise and stuff come together in real time. But hey, that's what it is. What it is. It is a team full of weirdos, and I'm no better. So we're very weird people. Very weird people. You should meet them. Replace the social media manager with a Zoomer. I'm sure there's plenty of games that have that already. I think there's like one Zoomer on the team. We should hire more though. It will be easy slave labor. And I think I'm the youngest on the team, or at least I was until recently. I brought a friend along I met in college. That is definitely a Zoomer. But yeah, I was the baby for a minute. That's not a badge of honor. Almost there. I can smell it. Smells like raccoon. Whatever raccoons smell like. Yeah, but I can handle most of this myself. I'll be a one-man show, I guess. And I'm always looking out for talent if it's the right fit. There's just a lot to go into considering that process. But I don't think it'll be like an open hiring thing for a minute. Especially with, how things are going. Once there's a demo, we'll talk. But right now, I think we're set. How did he hire this man? Hire zits? You mean? What does that mean, bro? The Muckamuck says, I've been working on a game with a team that will hopefully have a trailer before the end of the year. It's fun working on something that purpose. Yeah, no pressure at all. So like, I definitely see the appeal of like keeping your head down with social media before posting something big like a website or a demo. But I'm saying there's such a high bar and confusion of where the game is at in actuality that I think will be easily cleared up by frequently posting, or at least occasionally posting, like, oh, like, yeah, we're working on this. We'll get to it. We'll get to more of this and at some other point. But thank you for your patience, etc., etc. So like the pressure will be, eliminated right then and there, because it's evident that we are taking our time with this, because at the moment we aren't getting paid, and that's what unpaid labor looks like. But nope. Yeah, it's like I'm just as confused as everyone else here. Trust me. But like, would it be oddity if the process was normal? I don't know. I definitely want like a group of weirdos on my team. Yeah, it's very valid. Very, very valid. Man, this is gonna be a tough stream. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to play some video games. How about you guys? We're almost there though, I can smell it. Just a few more stripes. I can do it, I'm a big boy. I'm ready to play some Earthbound. That's my comfort game right there. Also, if neither of you beat Earthbound, because I know the Starman.net community is like, or the Earthbound community in general, they're obsessed with spoilers. Like 20 fucking years later, oh, you're gonna get your ass spoiled. I'm gonna be pouring my heart out of like my perspective. Smell the large raccoon ass. Nah, I'm good. I haven't even seen a raccoon in real life yet. I feel like I'm missing out. Not on the smell. I mean, just experiencing a live encounter with one. I'm gonna beat it up. Yeah, man. This is a chat for kids. This is a sophisticated chat. You hear the Baroque music? You gotta do better. So do better. I gotta get these fingers right, bro. And then we're almost there. Why is your hand so big? Why is your hand so big? What did I thought this was gonna be? I'm gonna scoot you up a bit, make your hand a little bit smaller. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with fire. Perfect. Now let's round out this tail, color it in, add a stripe, and play some video games. Like the fucking man-child I am. They're peculiar, and I'll tell you that once. They're peculiar, and I'll tell you that once we saw one in the trash, coming into the trash bin outside of my parents' house as a kid. It was weird seeing it walk to my school. Oh my. I'm surprised it sounds pretty chill for the most part. I thought it'd be like scurrying at like high speeds, not trying to get caught. Because like, you know, they are mostly feral creatures. Mostly like nocturnal too, isn't that right? Maybe I'm making that up. McMaxxis, are you going to get a 3D printer? I do not own a 3D printer. I know plenty of people who do. They are passionate about that stuff. I think I'd have to get back into 3D modeling in general to really appreciate, you know, printing in 3D, because I would like to do like my own figurines of my characters and just shop them around and see if, you know, people want to give them a shot. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in mastering 2D before I get back into it. There's definitely room for it in the future in my career, though. I did a lot of 3D modeling back in the day, modding Brawl, and that's kind of where most of my expertise, so to speak, ends. Now everyone is using Maya and, you know, Blender and Grease Pencil, and it's like, it's a whole different world out there. I gotta catch up. Because you know why? I'm working on this goddamn game. No hate though, no hate. It's just like, it's funny how like the world moves on and this is still like here. It's very. I have not come to terms with that. There are children born and they're now teenagers watching the stream. You know, since 2008. You have 5 hours to do an Eric Bound karaoke. You're saying I need to take advantage of the entire 5 hours to sing Eric Bound on loop? I have to do that. I think, but I won't. Because I love myself too much. My God. I'm surprised you guys even know what Eric Bound is. That's like really old school. Like all the old Starman.net in jokes like I'm Earthbound and Eric Bound I thought was lost media essentially, but no. They live on in different communities. Alright. I think we're good. I think that's set. I painstakingly wasted time to anti-alias this, and I'm gonna keep doing that a little bit more because I'm a picky artist. And we somehow did it. We made a fucking beat up raccoon. Cool. All right, I guess it's time to set up the games. So if you want to hold tight for another 5 minutes, you guys have been great with those intermissions. I'll be fetching them real quick, using the Big E emulation to pull it off. So give me a moment.